What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. I'm Michigan Sports Talk here, and in this one we got a lot of news to talk about on Michigan's coaching staff as Michigan loses Ben Herbert. However, they already found a replacement for him. I'm gonna be going over that, plus an update on Gatlin Bair as losing Ben Herbert definitely affects his recruitment. Plus gonna be going over Michigan's new offensive line coach, as well as an update on who will be the offensive coordinator. Plus Michigan trying to get a big name at the defensive coordinator position. And can Michigan retain Mike Hart, Steve Clinkscale, Mike Elston, and the remaining coaching staff? It's all going to be in this video and more, so let's go ahead and get right into it. So we got a lot of news to talk about around the coaching staff right now. Obviously, Michigan, they lost strength coach Ben Herbert yesterday, as it was announced that he told the players in the morning that he would be leaving Michigan to join Jim Harbaugh with the Los Angeles Chargers. Now, this news did come out with Michigan, Sherrone Moore, and many people under the impression that he was going to stay at Michigan. Now, this loss of Ben Herbert may even be tougher than losing Jim Harbaugh, because it's going to be very tough to replace Ben Herbert, and lots of players love him, and lots of players and recruits, that is one of the reasons they come to Michigan, is because of Ben Herbert and Michigan's great strength program that they have. Now, Michigan did promote the former associate director of strength, Justin Trez, who has been Ben Herbert's right-hand man for quite some time now, and he's been at Michigan ever since Ben Herbert has been here at Michigan as well. So there is some hope in Justin Trez that he will be just like Ben Herbert. However, he does not have the experience, but again, he has been his right-hand man, so hoping that he can be a Ben Herbert 2.0 for Michigan, and he's learned enough from Ben Herbert to keep doing what Ben Herbert is leaving behind. Now, showing more on Ben Herbert's departure, he said, "We appreciate all that Coach Herb did for the program and wish him well. He developed a great staff that remains together in Ann Arbor. We know this group will flourish." So Justin Trez will be the new director of strength and conditioning. There's been a lot of positive buzz, at least around this. He is a young hire, 28 years old, and again, he has been groomed by Ben Herbert for this job, so hopefully it can be another Ben Herbert. He might not be as good as him, but hopefully he can keep it going what Herbert started. Now, Sean Moore also announced that Abigail O'Connor will remain as director of football performance nutrition, which is huge news, another key part to the staff, and players have raved about her before as well. So now, the one bad news about Ben Herbert leaving is obviously there may be some players entering the portal now. Also, recruits right now, may be a little less interested in Michigan. Even the 2024 now 5-star on 24/7 Sports rankings, 5-star wide receiver Gatlin Bair, he got 2 crystal ball predictions to land at Oregon now, and that is no surprise with Ben Herbert leaving Michigan, because he was a big time reason why Michigan was the favorite to land him. So it sucks, but that's just what's gonna have to happen right now. But obviously Gatlin Bair won't be enrolling at college until 2026, so maybe Justin Trez in Michigan can convince Gatlin Bair to potentially flip his commitment to Michigan in the future if he goes to Oregon. But he hasn't announced his commitment yet, but Oregon definitely the leader now. Now, Michigan also promoted the tight ends coach Grant Newsome to offensive line coach at Michigan. He's been viewed as another coach on the rise on Michigan's coaching staff, and now he's taking that next step up, so very cool there. As obviously Sherrone Moore, he's not going to be the offensive line coach, as he is the head coach now. Grant Newsome actually played offensive tackle at Michigan under Jim Harbaugh from 2015 through 16. Then he returned to the program first as a assistant tight ends coach in 2018, and then tight ends coach in 2022. Now, a couple of other coaches to talk about here. Ron Bellamy, he is expected to stay as receivers coach. As far as running backs coach Mike Hart, there have been some rumors out there of him potentially leaving. However, there really hasn't been anything confirmed, and there's been little talk about running backs coach Mike Hart staying at Michigan. So, we just gotta watch that one. I'm sure Sherrone Moore, will do everything he can to retain him. He has been a great running backs coach for the running backs in these past few years here. We've also talked about quarterbacks coach Kirk Campbell, as he is expected to stay, and many believe he will be elevated to offensive coordinator. Sherrone Moore during his press conference already said that he won't be calling plays, but he does have someone in mind for the position, and many do believe that it will be Kirk Campbell, the quarterbacks coach, but that is not confirmed yet either. We just have to wait and see. And now on the defensive side, secondary coach Steve Clinkscale, according to Chris Ballas of the Wolverine, he is expected to stay, and it appears most likely that will happen, as he has not been approached by Jim Harbaugh joining him in LA, at least not yet. As far as the defensive line coach Mike Elston, Sherrone Moore is trying to keep him as well. However, there could be some work to do there, as Coach Moore is battling to keep him from him making the jump to Harbaugh to go to the NFL with him. But Elston was actually reportedly on the road recruiting with Sherrone Moore yesterday, so that is a good sign there. And obviously both Steve Clinkscale and Mike Elston are in-house candidates to be the next defensive coordinator, as Michigan is losing Jesse Minter. However, the Wolverines in Michigan, Sherrone Moore has been contacting people, and according to Chris Ballas of the Wolverine, Michigan is expected to bring in a big name defensive coordinator to replace Jesse Minter. And according to Sam Webb of the Michigan Insider, contact has already been made to former Wisconsin defensive coordinator and current Illinois defensive analyst Jim Leonard, and also former Seattle Seahawks defensive coordinator Clint Hurt. However, the Eagles are expected to hire him as their defensive line coach, so he's out of the mix most likely. And as far as a name from the Ravens tree, that is John Igoroglu, as he has been the New York Giants inside linebackers coach for the last 2 years. Now, Igoroglu was Jesse Minter's linebackers coach at Vanderbilt in 2021 before he went back to the NFL to become the linebackers coach at the Giants, as Jesse Minter took on the defensive coordinator role at Michigan. Now, Michigan also currently doesn't have a linebackers coach either, so that's one thing to know as well. But that's one name that Sam Webb of the Michigan Insider mentioned. But it seems like Sherrone Moore, Michigan, trying to go outside of the program to hire their next defensive coordinator. Hopefully they get a big name, but obviously, Mike McDonald, Jesse Minter, they both weren't big names, but they came in here and were phenomenal defensive coordinators for Michigan. And the big thing there is Michigan just has to, keep their same scheme, that style of bend but don't break type of defense. That's what they need to beat teams like Ohio State in those offenses. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know some names in the comment section who you guys think Michigan should go after. But I believe that is everything on the coaching staff side of things I wanted to talk about, as obviously, that is the big topic right now, as Sherrone Moore has a lot to do. But on the meanwhile, Sherrone Moore, the coaching staff, they have hit the recruiting trail hard, and Moore is also, trying to put his first staff together. There's obviously been some challenges early on here for him, but when you have a head coach like Jim Harbaugh leaving to go to the NFL, you gotta expect this stuff to happen. It sucks for Michigan, but it's not the end of the world. Sherrone Moore, he's gonna have to get his own staff together, and just trust in his gut on who to hire and who will keep this success rolling, and I believe in him. But the last thing I did want to talk about is Michigan wide receiver Roman Wilson, as he has made a lot of heads turn his way on day one of the Senior Bowl practices. I'll try to get some clips of him running routes, but he has been getting open, making some catches. Even NFL Network Andrew Siciliano said that Roman Wilson from Michigan can absolutely fly. We saw him in Michigan. He was able to get open a lot of times. He was a reliable target for JJ McCarthy, and he also made some big time catches, made them look easy even though they were tough. Even the one against Alabama that set Michigan up inside the 5 to go and tie that game. So big news there for Roman Wilson. I hope he has a great NFL career, and right now his draft stock is definitely trending upward, so very cool there. But with that is going to wrap up today's video. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure you guys go ahead, drop a like, comment down below, and subscribe for more if you are new around here. I greatly appreciate it. But other than that, we will see you guys in the next video. Go Blue.